It's a gain of 17, and it'll give them a first down. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Time to meet the defensive starters for the Oakland Raiders, and you want to discuss one of their safeties.
I certainly do. Carl Joseph out of West Virginia always did a great job policing the middle of the field. A big hitter, knocked the ball away, but really added to his game as last year as a Mountaineer. Became a better cover guy and a better ball hawk before he got injured. They're really going to love him in Oakland.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Freeman again. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant from the right hash. This from 33. And Bryant's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brooks Reed in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now a give. This is Murray. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out leveraging the offense.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run with Murray. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 4-yard pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them up and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Credit the tackle to the rookie first-rounder, Keanu Neal. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18.
From the gun, it's Carr. Open man is Holmes. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag.
Shut down. Shut down. Right. He's tied right here. He's tied on the right. Tied on
The
the right.
lone receiver right is Cooper.
We ready? Wide and Yates. Wide and Yates.
Shotgun now for Carr. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
All right, here we go.
They run with Murray. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block them.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. A.J. Hawk coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Now Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 15 yards through the air on a first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense. The lone receiver right is Cooper.
Red 18. Red 18.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Here's Walford over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
4 down. 4 down. All right, here we go. Here we go, rally. Rally. Here we go, rally. Red 18. Red 18. 45.
A handoff. It's Murray. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Rivera, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now Ryan on first down. Surveying the field. It's caught left side. Tammy. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. From the gun on third down, Ryan. And that's caught by Tammy. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Nowadays, this has become routine, hasn't it? That was a heck of a route there by the tight end. A great double move for a big-time catch downfield.
They go play action here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and it's a second down.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. Third and 2, now Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And some room to maneuver. And the Raiders pick it up. He's at the 30. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game. Now, with